2-0 start. It's been very impressive. They're 2-0 for the first time since 2013, and they did it without Alvin Kamara. I mean, that was awesome. That was one of the biggest talking points in the past couple of months. What will this team look like without Kamara? I know it was only a 3-game suspension, but 3 games is 3 games. You start 0-3 like my fantasy team probably will, you're in trouble. I don't think that you're winning a division title. I don't think you're winning a conference title, any of that stuff. They've gone 2-0 without, I don't think it's up for question, their best player. And I said if you can pull out 2 wins in those first 3 where Kamara's not playing, awesome, perfect. 2-1, I can work with 2-1. They've got a chance to go 3-0 without this guy. So if they do pick up this 3rd win against Green Bay this weekend, it's a cherry on top of that ice cream sundae because, again, he's your best player. And you can't be expected to win 3 straight games without your best player in the lineup. And I want to focus on what Kamara brings back to this team when he does return. I think that's the most important thing to talk about here. So, Saints fans, again, I was watching the game with a Saints fan on Monday night there. And the first thing he says to me when I meet up, his name's Chris, he actually works here. First thing we talk about is, dude, what are they doing on 3rd down? 3rd down 2, 3rd down and 3, they're passing the ball. I'd say if you're talking about statistics, you probably run the ball on a 3rd and short situation, 60% of the time? Pass it 40 maybe? Maybe even 65-35. They were passing it like every 3rd and short because they don't trust the offensive line and they don't trust Jamal Williams or, Tony Jones, although Tony Jones was clutch in the second half, to pick up those yards and move the sticks. With Alvin Kamara in the game, not only does he have just a different edge about him when he runs the ball, but you can run him out of the backfield in every which direction. Like they call it a route tree. It's like a pine tree. And pine trees have branches on like every level. That's the versatility you get with Alvin Kamara. He can go this way. He can go this way. He can go that way. Like, it's literally like this banner right here. Like, this is what he can do, where these arrows go every direction. You can't stop Alvin Kamara. And when he comes back, you can't stop the New Orleans offense, in my opinion, because they don't have a dynamic talent at running back. When you've got a running back like a Tony Pollard or Josh Jacobs, that kind of guy who can, Raheem Mostert, who can take a handoff and run, really just take it to the house, 40 yards, but also catch a route out of the backfield for 10 or 15, maybe even more. I mean, look at the Dolphins' offense. RPOs, slants, flat plays right behind that. Like, that is a tough offense to stop. And the way that the Saints have passed the ball, the way that they've accumulated talent at the wide receiver positions, whether it be by drafting or picking up guys in free agency or Michael Thomas deciding that he's actually not hurt this year, they've got options. And Carr has spread the ball around to everybody. Juwan Johnson, Rashid Shaheed, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, so many different guys. Now you factor in an Alvin Kamara out of the backfield. How you game planning for that? You're moving a linebacker to cover him, middle of the field's wide open. You don't send the linebacker, he's wide open in the flat. And then Derek Carr is leading the orchestra at quarterback. So, I mean, you start 3-0, this might be a 13-14 win team when Kamara gets back. And it's just because of that offense, man. Like, Kamara's been in this league for a long time. I'll give you some perspective here. He's run for 700 or more yards in each of the last 6 seasons since 2017. 4.5 per carry. And he's had better years than others. That's kind of weighing that number down. Like some years he ran for 6 or 7 per carry. 57 receptions last season for about 500 yards. Over 8 per catch. Like, that's the difference. Jamal Williams, he probably wouldn't even top 100. Kendre Miller wasn't a big receiver in college. Tony Jones, not much of a receiver. That guy is a bowling ball. He should be used as a bowling ball. He's a very good bowling ball. But Kamara is a dual threat running back. And that's kind of a phrase you don't say very often because not many guys can do that at an elite level, but that's what Kamara does. I'm telling you guys, like, if you're game planning to stop the Saints with a talent like Kamara back, the way he runs and receives, it's going to be very, very difficult. And if you couldn't stop the Saints already, in the case of Tennessee, in the case of Carolina, good luck when Kamara's back. So I'm really drinking the Kool-Aid right now on this Saints team because they're winning without Kamara. They get Kamara back. telling you, this offense will be a well-oiled machine that not many other teams will be able to stop. So let's get through one final game here at Green Bay. It's going to be tough. They got a good defense. The offense played pretty well, too. Aaron Jones, questionable in this one. If he plays, that's not good for my fantasy team, but it's also not good for the Saints because he's a really good player. But it's still a winnable game, and I think every game will be winnable when Kamara gets back. So last game, we'll get through it, and then the hype is just building with this team at full strength because they've won already. They've got talent. They've avoided injuries, and the team just looks really good in my opinion. So Alvin Kamara back in 2 weeks. We'll talk then, and I can't wait to watch the Saints offense when he's back into the mix. It's going to be fun to watch.